I'm ready.
Everybody, welcome in, and let's get into this video call from October of 2022, a year ago, with Amy. And with that, let's get into it. Before we get into the full video, I am going to have to make a whiteboard with all of Letecia Stauch's different moods on different phone calls, the twilight, the nair in her shampoo, because it seems to me that she has a different persona for everyone she speaks to. So let's go ahead and watch and listen to Letecia a year and 1 month ago, and let's go.
Yeah. You seem like something's going on. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm just really sick.
Oh no. Is stuff going around up there too?
Yeah, I've been really sick for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I was worried. I was like, I haven't heard from you in a while, and then I was like, I think I have a video visit set up with her today, and I checked. I was like, okay, I do. I just want to check up on you and make sure you're doing okay.
I'm really sick.
Yeah. They give you medicine or anything, or they get you medical looked at or anything like that?
No, if you have to wait on medical, it's like 2 to 3 months.
Holy crap. So they just let people get sick and do whatever, I guess?
Yeah, unless you have COVID, but I don't have COVID, so...
Oh no. There must be something going around, because everybody up here is getting sick left, right, and backwards too.
Mold and all that, and then all these people would pee and poop, so, you know.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask how that was going. Anything new in that department, or is everything still the same?
Yeah, it's just making us really sick. I done sneeze like 50 times, 60 times a day easily.
Yeah. Have you put like a kite about all that stuff? Like it's obviously contaminants.
There's no point, because they won't do anything. They'll just be like, oh, we don't have enough people. That's all they'll say.
Oh, really?
So,
Dang.
no ways to do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, if you, I just wanted to check up on you. If you're not feeling good, we don't have to talk for the whole half hour if you don't want. I just want to make sure you were doing okay.
It's my eyes and my head and everything. It just hurts a lot, but...
Yeah. Aside from the sickness, I mean, everything else going okay?
I guess.
Yeah.
How are you?
I've got some stuff to tell you. I got some gossip in my world.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. My lovely husband got fired from his job.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and he claims he doesn't know why. But, I mean, they don't just fire people for no reason. I've never been fired from a job, so, I mean, maybe they do. I don't know. But he'd only been working there for, 2 or 3 weeks, and he got fired on Thursday. He got fired? Yeah. Yeah, and then tonight he figured it would be a good idea to go out and party, so he just left here. What time is it? 8:30. He left here about a half hour ago to go out and party.
Oh, wow, I'm sorry.
Nah, some people, I guess, don't ever really change.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
At least you get to see, you know.
Yeah. Let's say your Aunt Brenda don't like him. She
I know.
tells me that quite often.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried looking up the case number stuff for you. I think I saved it in my phone. Hang on.
I finally got the stuff.
Oh, did you? Okay, because I was going to say, there was only one that I was able to get a hold of, and I didn't know if it was the same one that you got or not, but you finally got it?
Yeah, it finally came in the mail yesterday.
Oh,
It was so,
about time.
so late, but I finally got it.
Yeah. Because I couldn't get anybody at the courthouse to answer when I called. So I'm like, there's got to be a way to look this stuff up online. Well, there is. So I found one of them online, but like I said, I didn't know if that was one that you already had or if it was one that you were looking for, so I saved it in my phone. But
yeah, I got 5 letters from yesterday, and then I didn't feel too good. I went through them a little bit, but
yeah.
I got 5 of them. I just seen where I didn't have to do any amendment changes to any of them. So I was like,
Oh, you did one? That's good.
no. And then it said that it wasn't dismissed for signing of the
Okay.
form. They sent me a form.
Alright, and then I'm guessing after you sign that form and they assign a judge, then it'll probably get, I guess, I don't know a better word, published. I don't know, I can't think of another word.
Yeah, I guess so. It sent me like what happened next, and then these response. They've been they've just been trying to. I keep writing violations on them because still had a bunch of violations, and then medical still crappy. So
Oh, yeah?
writing all kinds of stuff. And then I amended the religion one because you can't do communion. Only certain religions can do communion, which is crazy. I
Yeah.
did it because of my security. So
I think that's so stupid. Because, like, doesn't that technically violate, like, freedom of religion?
Right. Yeah, but then the girl that's my sec, she don't even go to church. So, like, she's the last piece.
Now, why the heck would somebody sign up for it and then refuse to go?
I don't know.
And then there's people like you that actually want to go that can't.
Yeah. Apparently
That's
they added,
ridiculous.
like, more bodies or something.
What?
Yeah.
The girl that... Which girl is this?
The ChoMo killer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always something wild going on there. Oh, I finally saw that video you told me about, by the way. The thing you told me about with the lady in the back of the cop car.
Yeah, you saw it?
Yeah. There was an unedited video online. I watched it, and I'm like, you know that guy or that cop, whoever it was, they had to have lost their job. But I read online they were on paid leave. Paid leave.
It's crazy. We saw it multiple times, and every time they would try to play it, they'd run and turn the TVs, and I was just laughing. I was like, huh?
Oh my goodness. I just remembered something else that you were going to kick out of that happened this week. Okay, so I was at Safe Light in Fayetteville. I'm sitting there waiting for them to work on the car, and they told me I got there at like 9:30 in the morning, and they told me I could be there until like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. I was like, that's fine, because I don't have a ride home, so I'll just sit here and wait. So an hour goes by, and I have the kids with me because I had to call my oldest daughter out of school because she's been sick too. So she's in the chair beside me, and she's taking a nap. She's like zonked out. And my little one is sitting in the chair with me, doodling on a piece of paper. So I'm sitting in the chair with my legs down. I have my hands like this, and I put my face in my hands like that, and I close my eyes. Well, my little one taps me on the arm, and she asks for a snack. I was like, it's not snack time. I was like, you just had breakfast before we got here. You can have a snack in a half hour. Put my face back in my hands and close my eyes like this, right? There's only one other lady in the lobby with me. Well, she gets up at that point and grabs her phone and goes outside. Didn't really know what was going on. Well, Safe White got everything done faster than I thought they would. So I'm in the middle of checking out, and 2 Fayetteville police officers walk into the building. And I'm thinking to myself, what are they doing here? This is going to be interesting because I'm nosy. So I finish checking out, and I go to grab my stuff, and one of the Fayetteville police officers walks over to me, and she goes, good morning, ma'am. And I'm like, oh, they're here for me. What the hell? So I was like, good morning. And they're like, can we talk to you away from the kids? I'm like, yeah, sure. So they pull me off to the side. They're like, we had an anonymous call that you were high on drugs and nodding out in the lobby. I was like, what? No. And I told the lady, I was like, I am going to be straightforward with you. I didn't sleep at all last night. they told me I was going to be here until 4 or 5. I figured now would be a good time to not like fall asleep, but just relax. I'm like, I had my hands like this, I had my eyes closed, I wasn't asleep, just relaxing. I was like, not once did I nod off, and the cop goes, oh no, I could tell you're very much aware and alert, like you're aware of your surroundings, and she laughed it off. I'm like, so let me ask you, is it illegal to close your eyes in public now? And the cop lady starts laughing, and she goes, I see you're a mom, I'm a mom too, I get it. And she's like, do you need EMS? Do you need medical treatment? I'm like, no, I just need to know who the hell called on me.
That's
and
crazy.
she was like, okay. Yeah, she's like, okay, well, our job here is done, so she left. And I'm just like, this is wild, man. Like, I literally just closed my eyes, like, I wasn't even asleep, just like this, with my eyes closed, and that lady called the cops on me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then I got paranoid, because all the way home there was a sheriff behind me the whole way home, and I'm like, oh my god, are they following me?
Yeah, like you sent people to check to make sure you could get home safely.
That's what it felt like. Like, they followed me halfway down whatever road that was, and then I got on Legion Road in Fayetteville, and they followed me like halfway down that road, and they finally turned. But I was like freaking out the whole time. I'm like, I don't care if they pull me over or whatever, but this just seems real sketchy that happened. And now there's a cop behind me this whole way.
But yeah, they be letting people do it all here with their kids with things. You know,
right?
it's okay.
Yeah. Like,
just be high everywhere.
I've seen people like actually like nodding off. Like, you can tell the difference between when somebody's nodding off. I guess that lady couldn't, you know, I guess resting, or I called it like taking a nap, but I wasn't asleep. But yeah, you can see people full on nodding out with like a cart full of kids at Walmart, and nobody bats an eyelash.
Craziness. Absolute
Yeah.
craziness.
I thought that was stupid, and then I was like, I called my husband to tell him about it. And he ripped into me. He was like, why would you even close your eyes in public with the kid sitting beside you? I was like, because the lobby was like this big, and there was one other person sitting in front of me, and I wasn't asleep.
Oh, Lord, you shouldn't even told him. You know he's gonna say something.
Yeah. Oh, man. He's getting on my last nerve. The day before he got fired, we got into it over text message, and he told me I need to find a real job and start what was the word he used? Like, participating in providing for the family. Because really the only work that I do right now is I help your Aunt Brenda, like, when she's out of town.
Yeah.
But it's better than nothing. And, yeah, I was like, what do you consider a real job? And he told me I need to get a at-home job where I'm doing customer service work for Amazon or Apple, like, from, like, a 6 to 8 hour job working on my computer, like, 60 hours straight. I was like, that's fine and all, but, like, there's a 5-year-old at home with me. Like, how am I supposed to take care of her and sit on my computer for 6 to 8 hours straight? He's like, you could go and check on her every 10 minutes.
Yeah, but a lot of those places, like, will tell you got to be able to have a quiet place for so many hours.
That's what I told him. He told me to go lock myself upstairs in the office and just leave her downstairs. I'm like, you can't do that.
But he just told you close your eyes for a few seconds at the place. Yeah, okay.
Girl, that's exactly what I texted him back. I'm like, how is that any better than me, like, sitting and closing my eyes in safe light? And he was like, your home is a lot safer than a public place and something else. And then the next day he gets fired. I just thought that was funny. He tells me to go get a real job and help provide for the family, and then he can't even keep a job.
That's crazy.
I'm trying everything I can to make this whole thing work out, but I mean, you know everything. I've told you about our history.
Sometimes you'll see the signs, and sometimes you got to listen to the signs before it's tragic. And if you don't, you'll end up in a bad situation that you can't fix.
Yeah, no, I know, and everyone keeps telling me the same thing, like, where do you see yourself 10 years from now? Because look at how the last 10 years have been, and I'm like, you're not wrong.
And then you'll get worse with, like, prison and all that stuff. You control your mind sometimes, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's basically, like, how it's been lately. Like, it's been a toss-up between being manic and stressed out to being depressed. Like, I told him tonight, I was like, I don't know how you could be in the mentality to go out and party with everything that's going on. I was like, I'm completely and utterly, like, overly stressed out. And he looks at me and goes, well, you and I don't think alike, and you're always stressed out. I was like, you too. But,
oh my god, it smells so bad in this ward. Like, so they got this one lady in here in a wheelchair, and this is not a wheelchair accessible ward. Like, in the showers. They got them both on diapers, but they can take showers. Well, the one girl can take showers, but the other one can't get out the wheelchair to take showers.
Yeah.
And she doesn't go in there because she can't get in there. But they got her in here. Even though this is not a wheelchair accessible ward. She's a mean old lady. Like, she be walking around calling everybody the N-word.
Really?
Yeah, she thinks my name's Sarah. I about snapped on her the other day because she called me a ChoMo. She says that. Yeah. I literally, everybody, when they said it, people like immediately picked me up and moved me in the room. Because they knew I was about to snap to another world. And I was like, no, 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 no. No, no, no. They were just like, okay. They were like, we didn't know if you were going to be forgetting she was in the wheelchair or not. And I was like, yeah. That was probably not. I'm glad that y'all moved me out of there because she was just like, I know, yeah. Yeah, you remember what you did to me? Remember what you did to me and my kids, you ChoMo? And I was like, I just remember shaking. And I was like, okay, that's it. They literally picked me up and took me over there. And I just remember being in the cell like a few minutes later, being like, they were like, yeah, you remember we picked you up and carried you in the cell. I was like, oh, thank God. I just remember her. I just remember her being like, hey, Sarah. And I was just like, Sarah. So I just thought maybe, I don't pay attention to stuff like that. I'm like, okay, she's just crazy talk. But then I remember her saying something about, Sarah, I remember what you did to my kid, you ChoMo, and I just lost my mind. I was like, okay, abort mission. I just kept being like, abort mission, and then next thing I know, they were just like, okay.
I wonder if, okay, so she's not all right in the head. I wonder if...
No, she is right. We found out she's right. This is why... Okay, so she's lying to people. Couldn't find out she hangs out at a Dorchester park. She walks around everywhere. And she's fooling the jail. So the jail found out that she's fooling them about all of these things. So they brought her back in here. Well, now she burned all these bridges by treating people like that. So now nobody wants to help her get out.
Yeah.
She done burned all these bridges by acting like she was like, had dementia and all this stuff. But now she don't, because they all were like, no, we remember you from Dorchester Park, you remember? And now she's burned all these bridges and nobody wants to help her. So...
Well, that's what happens, when you light so many fires you can't put out, that's what happens.
Right, so everybody's like, that's why you be mean to people, nobody wants to help you. And, so now so the girl that was helping her change her diapers or whatever, she started calling her the N-word. And so then... we went and told that girl, we were like, don't go do that, because if she called you that, she started hollering Priya. And I was like, now, the jail's not going to back you up. If she goes and says Priya to them, they're not going to be like, oh, you were being so nice, helping her, and whatever. And ain't like they're going to be like, you were doing a silver service. They're going to be like, sorry, you knew not to help her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to back up anybody? No. So,
no. Oh my God. Well, I was thinking maybe maybe she was mentally unwell, and maybe like you resembled somebody she once knew named Sarah. But if she's mentally well, it sounds like she's just trying to stir up some shit.
That's what we originally thought. So everybody tried to be helpful until a couple people came in here who had been hanging out in Dorchester Park and like was on her game. And when they like caught on to it, that's when we were like, okay, well, you might have fooled us because we didn't know you better, but you ain't fooling these people that know you.
Yeah, wow. I probably would have lost my shit on her too.
So the deputy came over and was like, they don't want you at their table, just leave. And I was like, yeah, because she's calling us. She starts dropping ChoMo words. You know this is going to be bad in here. I said, you already know we got old girl house upstairs. No, that ain't the word to be dropping. It ain't the word to be dropping here for me either. I'm like, because I ain't want to hear that word. I couldn't even watch when they put it on a stupid Steve Wilkos. I'd be ready to sling the remote control at the TV. Because every time you turn it on, it's about, someone's 2-year-old door. freaking, and the mom be standing there like, I don't know who 8-year-old, or I don't know who my 8-year-old, and I'd be wanting to just drag them off the screen. So I said, no, get them, we want to smack the women.
I forgot all about
across
Steve
the head.
Wilkos.
Yeah, so I can't even watch that show. When we're out, I turn it. I'd be like I can't even do it. Like, I just, It'll be on, I'll be sitting there like, and yesterday, was it the day before yesterday, or like, it's okay, it's not on that. It's about something else today. And I was like, okay, shocking. That is, I get it. Like, he's doing good stuff. I'm not saying that, but it's just, the part.
It's a trigger topic, I get it.
Right, and I'd just be sitting there like, no way, that crap, because I'd be,
I forgot all about Steve Wilkos. I used to watch Steve Wilkos, like, oh man, it was when I graduated high school, like, be going or getting ready for work. I'd watch Steve Wilkos every afternoon before I get ready for work.
Yeah, and between that and when they put on the Law and Order, the Special Victims Unit, I'd be like, They had put it on earlier today, and I was like, no, can someone please turn it to football, because that's always about women getting or, a child, and I'm like, oh, hell no, this has got to go, I can't do it.
I was gonna say that show, I've tried watching it a few times, because I like shows like that, but that one sometimes is a little bit too much for me to watch, too.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. I have to tell myself that show is a show, but then I also know it's based on, you know what I'm saying, like stories, a lot of times true stories or stories like it. And I got this book off the book cart the other day, and I went to reading it, and it started talking about some brothel, and then I was like, I take the book and sling it across the room. And like, I usually don't have a cellmate, but I have one now because poor thing was in the room with the lady with the wheelchair, and so she was freaked out, so she was like, please, can I go in the room? And I was like, yeah. And so I just sling the book across the room, and she's like, and I'm like, this stupid book is talking about they got a brothel for hours, and I'm like, what the heck? And I'm in there like, what are they talking about?
I would have flung it across the
and she's like, okay, who are you right now, because you're scaring me? I'm like, I'm in there like, who in the heck would write a book about this? I'm like, who is this author? And I come out telling her.
Was it like a fiction book, or was it like a book based on true events?
I don't even know. Once I got that part, because the story started off good, because it was talking about, it was this kid that was sick, and he had cancer, but then these people were going to, kind of like how the cleaning ladies pay, so these people were going to figure out to do anything they could to get money to get the kid cured, right? But then all of a sudden it takes this twist, and it starts talking about the family runs and don't want to get the kid cured, so then I'm pissed. Next thing you know, the dad's hanging out at this store, and I'm like, oh my god, what is wrong with him? And then the mom's over here stripping, trying to make money to pay for it. And
oh my god!
And so I'm pissed at this point, slinging the book across the room, like, gotta go. I don't know if the book even ripped or not. It should have been taken off the book cart. I told the deputy, could we get this book removed?
Yeah.
What the heck?
I'll have to see it, because you like to read. There's a really good book. There's a TV show based off the book. It's fiction, but the show is really good. And I bought the book, and the book is like 10 times better than the show. It's called You. I'll have to see if I can, if that's something like that they would let you have to read. If so, I'll have to order you a copy of it, because it's really good. It's super good. It's about this dude that becomes like obsessed with this chick, and he starts stalking her and gets her to talk to him. And I won't ruin the rest of it for you, but it's really good. It sucks you in real fast.
Yeah. No,
Did you ever watch
and I can't deal with it when it starts talking about crazy stuff like that, and I'd be like, no, I don't know who would even want to write a book talking about crazy stuff like that. Like, and they were like at this. Once I threw it, I got to the part where they were like, the man had all these pets. He's like catering to him. I'm like, that's it. I'm done. Like, I'm done. And after that, I don't know what happened. I know they could have blown the place up for all I know. But I didn't even read anymore. I threw the book, and that was it.
It makes me wonder how that book even like.
It was called Blood Test. It was called Blood Test. I remember that. Yeah.
I bet it was probably a fiction book. Then it goes back to what you said. Who would want to write a book about that? Yeah, no. So did the wheelchair lady? Is she in a room by herself then?
No, so they put her with the other two girls, put them together.
Oh God.
So now the whole side of the ward over there smells like pee, and then you walk out, and it's just like infecting all of us, and we're all like, all of us. Just
Yeah. That stuff can make you so sick. I mean, I don't know if you're like me, but I have a very sensitive nose to that, like those kind of smells.
yeah.
Man,
That's probably why I've been really sick. Like, I can't talk. I'm sneezing. I just dry cough. I just headache. I can't even hardly sit up for a long time. Just all up here. It's not just draining and sinuses and allergies. My eyes are red, sneezing. And
Yeah. Do you think it has
plus, too,
anything
they
to
don't
do-
ever clean the vents. So you're never, you're just breathing in like dead rodents and all that stuff that's in the vents. They're constantly never cleaned out. So
I was
Stop.
gonna say they probably don't change them filters in them vents either, and all that stuff that builds up on them filters, you breathe that in, that can make you really sick really fast.
yeah, and then we got black mold here. So by the time then they had asbestos in the lobby that we cleaned out. So by the time you had all that,
Isn't
Stop.
black mold what killed what's her name, Brittany Murphy? Do you remember her?
oh yeah, I like to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think black mold is what they ended up determining her cause of death to be, because she had black mold in her house.
yeah, because they were trying to think because she was a drug addict, and all that.
Yep. But then her boyfriend died, what, like, it was either her boyfriend or her mom, I can't remember, died like 2 weeks later from the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, there's definitely black mold here. You can clearly see it, like sometimes in the corners of the thing and in the showers and stuff like that. So it's a possibility there would be some people that have black mold. Yeah.
I feel like that's something that they should definitely be handling, because, I mean, cleaning the vents is one thing, but, like, mold is a whole other ballgame.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't ever clear mold. You know how they are.
Letecia, that was actually the smartest thing I've ever heard you say, was sometimes you have to look at the signs so that you don't do something to where you end up in jail for the rest of your life like you. I love Amy's true crime shirt. That you cannot make up, and she talks about liking the true crime shows. And honestly, after listening to that, I wonder if Amy's still with her husband. Sounds a little dysfunctional to me. Letecia, you seem somewhat normal in this video. Do you act normal with Amy? But I do have to say that you definitely need to wash that hair. And her being called a ChoMo, she didn't like that too much, did she? And it bothers her to see children hurt in the movies or the TV shows or even in the books. But what did you do to Gannon? You are one of a kind, Letecia Stauch. Drop your comments because you know that I love to hear from you. But with that, guys, it is a wrap. Everybody, thank you for coming in. Please make sure you click that like, the subscribe, and the bell for notifications so you do not miss the next time we drop a video and or a go live. Everybody, have a good day or a good night wherever you are in the world, and stay vigilant. I am out.